My name is Margie Llorente-Gonzales, and I am the CEO of eCube Solutions, LLC, which is my own company, and we do events. So I am an events specialist, and we also do entertainment, education, and anything that's related to elections. So we deal with the 3 E's, which is elections, education, and entertainment. So we do events related to all three. And I'm also the former chair of the Asian American and Pacific Islander Community Commission of the entire Clark County here in Nevada. And I was also chair for 4 years, actually, 2 terms of the Asian American and Pacific Islander Democratic Caucus. You know what? I really enjoy meeting people, mingling with people, talking to people. Ever since I was young, even when I was still a kid, I don't really stay with just one group. I enjoy being like in different groups. Even in, let's say when I was in grade school, same thing. In high school, same thing. I don't just stick to one group. If during recess, if I see somebody like by herself, I would join that person, and eat my food together with that person and start talking to that person. So I really enjoy being with people. I enjoy talking to them. It's actually, you learn a lot by communicating with people. You learn a lot about life. It's like, I feel like when I was young, I was 14 going on 40. It means my mind was not really of my age. I think my mind is more mature than my age. I believe it's my mom, my mother, because my dad was the opposite. He would rather be, just be with family. He's very picky in having friends, But my mom was the opposite. My mom would be friendly with everyone. She would easily connect with a stranger. If she talks to somebody like new first time, she could easily connect to that person. There will always be something that will connect her to that person, whether it's the province, relatives, friends, social circle, anything. She would easily connect, So I think I got it from my mom. My dad asked me when I was already graduating high school, he asked me, what do you want to be? What do you want to take in college? And then I told him, I want to be like you, because my dad was a civil engineer. And, it's like, I've been admiring my dad because he's just so intelligent. He was our walking encyclopedia in the house. He was our walking calculator in the house. So it's like, I want to be like you. And then he said, oh, civil, you want to be a civil engineer too? Said, that's a little bit masculine. Then maybe you might want something that's a little bit more for females, maybe architecture. So because of that, I listened to him. So I enrolled in architecture in UST, University of Santo Tomas. So that's where I started my college. And after 2 years, I really felt that that was not really me. That was not for me. So I talked to him again, and then my dad advised me, maybe why not take liberal arts, and then maybe from there you could choose which one you'd like to major in. So I followed his advice again, but not anymore in UST. It's because that time it was pre-martial law, and really there's just so many activism going on, and I was just a regular student who wants to be educated and get my degree. So I was not happy with what was going on. I didn't want to be a part of it. So we ended up, me and my sister were both enrolled at the University of Santo Tomas. We ended up transferring to Philippine Women's University, the PW, away from all the student activism going on at the university belt. So that's where we graduated, both me and my sister. And it was communication arts that I finished. So I earned that degree, and I enjoyed it. Really, it was really me. That I love the theater. I love, being on stage. I enjoyed performing. Really, theater was the best part of it for me. I enjoyed that part. But then there are other things. We had television, radio, journalism. It was all. It's like tri-media. So really, that was something I really enjoyed. Even when I was a student, I was already earning some money already, because I know I had something in me that I can share. And I always believe in that if you have talent, share it. And I did just that. Our clan is a clan of dancers. I had first cousins, they're all dance champions. My mom and my dad, my parents were really great dancers. My dad was like a Fred Astaire, So if they go to parties, they would always be coming home with a gift, because they'll always be the best dance pair of the night, So I got it too, and I started teaching dancing, even without real background in being a student in a dance studio. I didn't have that. I just had, I would say, God-given talent. And so I formed a dance company in PWU, in my course, in our department, and I trained students in theater dancing. And we had about at least 2 dance concert series. And I did the same outside of school. In school, of course, I'm not paid to do that. But outside, I started teaching dancing, and that time it was gymnastics. And then it went to aerobics later on because of Jane Fonda. So I was already doing private teaching of dance, gymnastics, aerobics. So I was enjoying, making money, at least having extra allowance. And then from there, I went into also doing choreography, some simple stage directing, even like fashion shows, So that I did on the side, and I just used my natural talent. So with what I know I have, with the skills that I have, and the talents that I have, I also went into, I even went to writing, script writing. First, it was actually already a famous script writer, mother and daughter at that time. The daughter was my classmate, and she asked me, can I pass on to you one of my projects? And I said, oh, I'm not a writer. I'm not as good as you and your mom. I said, no, I'll train you. So she trained me. I stayed in their home for like maybe 3 days while she was telling me. It was a radio soap opera. So she had to tell me the story from the beginning, and then I will continue from there. And then, so I did it. I was a radio script writer for about, I did like maybe 5 months. Okay. And then I went on to continue, still radio. I had an opportunity to be like submitting interviews, whether it's political personality, or movie stars, So I was submitting interviews. And then later on, I felt that the radio program about the film industry, I felt that it needed some boost. I was not happy with how it was. So I gave a suggestion to them, and I said, it would be better if we make some changes, and hopefully if we do this, we add this, some features and all that. So I gave suggestions, I gave my ideas, and then the question to me by the producer said, "You think you could take over?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" Like, to me, it was a challenge. And I know since I have the ideas, I said, "Sure, I can do it." And they gave the program to me. So I became like the executive producer, and I was the co-host. So meaning the original host was still there, but he was only in one portion of the program. So I added more features into it, and I told them I don't want to be like a showbiz gossip program. I want to educate the fans. That's what I said. So I got materials from the film academy. That time, I think it was under Amy Marcos. That time, the film center. So I got materials from there, and then what I do is, if the topic, let's say, is about cinematography, I would interview a cinematographer, and talk about the craft. But then, how do I attract the fans? I have to have movie stars in there that they are the fans of these stars. So I did that. So I would interview like Gary Valenciano, Aga Mulak. I would go to them wherein there would be there would be like fan mails, mail. So they would be writing letters. Instead of me answering the question, what I do is I bring those letters to the stars. If the question is for Aga, if the letters are for Aga, I bring those letters to Aga, and I record all the answers to the letters. So at least they would hear the actual actor or star answering their questions, so they feel happy about that. So that I would draw them to my show and educate them at the same time. So that's why my interviews would be cinematographers, musical scorer, directors, and all the way down, even utility person, because they're still part of movie making. So I enjoyed that part because I get to meet also stars, movie stars myself, celebrities. At the same time, I'm educating the movie fans. Honestly, I was doing like probably 4 or 5 different things all at the same time. I was teaching dancing, so I was doing dance and teaching dancing and choreography. I was also a talent coordinator. Like if there's a project wherein they need a singer or an MC, it's like, "Oh, Margie, could you get so and so for our company anniversary?" And I will do that too. I'll do that for them. And then I also had a dance and fitness studio that time. And then I was doing the program, the radio. So I was doing so many things. It's like I was able to really utilize all my God-given talents, plus the ones that I learned, including the ones I learned in school when I was a communication arts student. So I was able to do all of those. I was doing so many things and enjoying at the same time. So one of those is being a consultant to somebody that got involved somehow when the February Revolution happened. So that means it made a lot of changes in what I was doing. It affected me somehow, but it's not that it's going to be the end of my life. No, it's because I'm doing a lot of things. If one closes, more will open. There will always be something there that I can do. I don't know, maybe when God gave a lot of all this, I was there early. I woke up early and was there.